Welcome to Do It Different Training. This is your host, Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire. You are in the right place at the right time. I am so excited to get started with this training because we're talking about being real and what it means to be authentic. We're going to be starting in just a moment. Be sure to have a pen and paper or a tablet or a computer or something to keep great notes with, because you are going to want to take notes for this training so that we can all be real with what you're learning. We're going to get started in just a moment. Welcome. This is Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire, and you are in the right place for Do It Different Training. We're going to get started in just a second. Welcome. This is Paul Fink. This is DoItDifferentTraining.com, and we are going to get started talking about the Authenticity Paradox. That's right, the Authenticity Paradox. We're going to be talking about, have you ever heard any of the following, or even maybe said them to yourself? Only speak when spoken to. Don't broadcast your personal business. You should only share that with family. How about this one? This is business. Keep your personal life out of this. How does this work? These expressions, these comments and belief systems work in your business, in today's world? Well, with today's new buzzwords of openness, honesty, authenticity, congruency, today's business environment demands these qualities in you. They demand that you exude them every step of the way, both internally and externally, to get ahead and succeed. Authenticity drives our success these days. Authenticity has become the gold standard for leadership. We have moved in our society to honor realness above everything else. And those leaders who demonstrate this quality absolutely reap the rewards. Charisma, creating the persona, looking good externally, acting as if. These components, they're still components of the equation. However, without authenticity, you are not even in the game. Leadership these days is all about inspiring those around you. Leadership is about empowering your team. When you act within authenticity, authentically, you do inspire and empower simultaneously. The first question this brings up is this: what does it really look like to be completely authentic? Just look at the statements we started off our training with. Only speak when spoken to. Don't broadcast your personal business. You should only share that with family. This is business. Keep your personal life out of this. Most of us didn't grow up being completely authentic, let's be honest. We were taught the opposite. Telling the absolute truth was frowned upon as being rude or inconsiderate at times. We have actually been programmed from early on in our life. We've been programmed to be the opposite of open and honest with the people in many situations. Is this good? Key question we should be asking. Is complete authenticity, transparency, openness good? This is what most businesses should be reflecting on in this day and age. Is complete authenticity, transparency, and openness good? Good for you, good for your business? Does it actually lead to more effective effective results? Does it really make everything better? The research is in, and, well, you may be surprised by the results. What if people could see and hear your every move? Everything that you were doing from the moment you woke up to the moment you go to bed, they were there to see, to participate in. Wouldn't that be ultimate authenticity and transparency? They're seen and a part of everything that's going on in your life. You certainly wouldn't get a chance to hide anything. You certainly wouldn't be able to skirt issues. Well, when working within an organization where that is the work environment, that's right, open workspaces, they call it. This is what they found. Research showed it was found risky behavior stopped. What I mean by risky behavior, that behavior of taking a chance, stepping out beyond your comfort zone, stepping beyond the box, stepping beyond the regulations, if you will, the rule book, to take a chance on maybe a new idea, a new marketing campaign, something new and different in the way processes happen. Well, that behavior stopped. Is that good for growth? Is that good for business? Is that good for innovation? It was found workers felt exposed and vulnerable. So now their insecurities increased. They felt put upon and just in that vulnerable space that created them to be scared and fearful. Was that the design of that open workspace? It was found they began to hide. They would hide activity. They would hide things that they were doing, hide maybe innovations that they were creating. They would hide new ideas that they were coming up with, or maybe new things that they were researching because they really weren't sure if the research was going to pan out or not. So why put it out there yet? They were hiding these things even when they were doing nothing bad. They were actually doing what the management, what the owners, what the company would encourage them to do. However, in this open forum, this open workspace environment, they felt too vulnerable with it and they stopped doing it. It was also found that this forced openness created even more challenges. That because it wasn't their idea, it wasn't something that they wanted, it created all this. What about voluntary openness? Voluntary authenticity? How about this? I just had to get it off my chest. You just had to get it off your chest, didn't you? You wanted to clear the air. That's how people justify most of what they do. You justify rude and obnoxious behavior with, well, I'm telling the truth. Is this the preferred way to behave? I ask you. So wait, Paul, what are you saying? Don't be authentic, or are you saying to be authentic? Which is it? Welcome to the Authenticity Paradox. Open and you will be considered challenging to deal with. And people will run. Too closed and you will be seen as hiding something and untrustworthy. And people will run. Okay, so what does a good level of authenticity look like? What is acceptable levels to demonstrate my openness, my transparency, without being rude and obnoxious and just clearing the air for my own good, for my own ego? Couple things. One is admit your mistakes. Simply saying, I don't know, moves people in the right direction. They're so moved by the fact that you don't know something that you would admit it and bring it forth to the conversation. That is so attractive. You see, in the information age, to say you know about everything is one of the biggest lies out there these days. There's just too much information for one person to absorb. So demonstrating your realness by admitting this simple truth within yourself is seen as ultimate authenticity and seen as being authentic. How about this? Have huge self-awareness. That's right. You want to be perceived as authentic. Have huge self-awareness. Know who you are and what you are all about. The simply knowing this creates that attraction factor that people are looking for when they're looking for that authenticity. Knowing your fears, your blind spots, knowing how you will respond in any given situation. People can see this, and it will enable others to trust you more. This self-awareness also enables them to love themselves, which in turn causes others to love them too. All of this creates an authentic environment, a community, a company that has an openness mentality. Number 3, high emotional intelligence. Acknowledge your emotions and be in control of them. That's right. Understanding what affects you, what triggers you, what emotions are coming up for you, and being able to control them, maneuver them, position them appropriately for the situation so that you're not reacting with this knee-jerk reaction or attacking or bringing up that rudeness and that obnoxiousness, that you're actually in control. People respect that and see that as being authentic. In doing so, others will see you more clearly, just as you are now able to see yourself. Number 4 is fearlessness. Simply an ability to work through the fear and do it anyway, whatever it is. Showing your fears is part of being completely authentic. It's showing up the way it is, whatever it is, and demonstrating, exhibiting it rather than looking to hide it. It's always fascinating. People will say, "Oh, I'm not afraid," while they're obviously shaking in their boots. That incongruency speaks volumes to the character of the person. When you simply admit it, people accept it and move on. And they are ingratiated to your presence and your character. Living within your fears thus builds that trust and that security for others. How about this one? Be a great visionary. Be a great visionary. When you are authentic, you tend to move forward with purposeful intent. You know where you are going. This decisiveness and focus comes from being comfortable in your own skin, that self-awareness I was talking about, and being in control of yourself in the face of challenges that high emotional intelligence. Number 6. Be in pursuit of excellence, not perfection. There is a difference. Striving every day to do their best and achieve is what most people get attracted to versus being perfect, never moving at all. That analysis paralysis until it's just right. How about 7? Be open to feedback, cooperation, and collaboration. This is the epitome of authenticity, openness. It is all about the team play these days. Eliminating the ego, showing up for the betterment of all is what people are looking for. And number 8, simply walk the talk, which really sums it all up, doesn't it? When you are authentic, you are saying what you will do and doing what you say. And it is not just words. You're doing it in deeds. All mouth and no trousers is an old English expression. It means someone talks a good game, but cannot back it up with actions. They cannot deliver on their promises. People like this soon get a reputation, and people stop paying attention to them, stop following them, stop doing business with them. Someone with authenticity they've got big trousers and is listened to, followed. Now I want to take a moment and discuss the rest of the story. We know authenticity is important. It's important in your business and in your life. It works in business and in life to propel us to greater heights of success, happiness, and quality interpersonal relationships. It helps us stand out above the competition. It builds up your company and personal image to have influence in the world. It demonstrates a feeling of value in yourself and others. It identifies you as someone who is trustworthy and credible. Now ask yourself, do you live it? Do you live an authentic lifestyle? Do you exude authenticity? Shakespeare wrote, "To thine own self be true." Is this you? In your words, is this how you're living? Let your word be your bond. How about in your deeds? In your body? In your relationships? In your spirituality? Are you living authentically? Maybe it is time to take a close look at who you are and who you really, really, truly want to be. Are you living within your own values in all these areas? Not somebody else's values, not what they want to determine your life should be. Are you living by your own standards in all the areas in your life? Let this be your wake-up call. Time to live on purpose. Here's some simple steps, your simple 3-step process to live authentically. Number 1, decide who you want to be. Decide today. What values do you want to live? Number 2, tell everyone around you this is who you desire to be. So you decide who you want to be and then share it with others so that they can hold you accountable. Ask for support, love, friendship from all that will give it. And number 3, take massive action to stay the course. Stay on task with what you decided you wanted to do. Stay on course with who you decided you wanted to be. That's true authenticity. By doing all you said you would. Now, right now, today, this very second, go forward, be authentic, and live a great life. Do you want more? Do you love this stuff? I certainly enjoy sharing it with you. Please join me. At the Maverick membership is one of the best ways to do it. What you're going to get is a full library archive of all these trainings and then some. We've got these trainings, the Do It Different trainings, plus exclusive coaching and training, some other added value components in the Maverick membership. Simply go to maverickmembership.com. Go ahead and go to that link. Go check it out. It'll have information on there. Go see what it's all about. You like it? Go ahead and register. Come spend more time with me. Would love to get to know you better. This is one great way to do it. You want to simply just stay connected? Go to themaverickdifference.com And check it out. Give me your email address and your name. We'll give you some free downloads. They're awesome. I wrote them. So if I do say so myself, absolutely email me at info@paulfink.com or call me 614-434-6254. Or like I said, one of the best ways, simply check out maverickmembership.com. It would be well worth your effort. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Paul Fink, the Maverick Millionaire, and this is Do It Different Training. We deliver these to you every single week. We have them all archived in the Maverick membership for you to check out and to add to and to enjoy every single day of your life you would like to. So come hang out. Again, this is Paul Fink. It's been my pleasure. Talk to you soon.